Hello out there in YouTube land.
Welcome back.
We thought we would do a nice, fun discussion of the badass women in vampire movies.
Yes, because we have several.
We do.
And this is not an all-inclusive list.
No, these are just the ones that we kind of feel really epitomize kick-ass women in vampire films.
Yes. Yes. So, one of the first ones we kind of thought of was, and if you guys obviously probably have seen it, is the Underworld film series with Celine. She is a death dealer, and we are introduced to her right off the bat as kind of this kick-ass fighting soldier badass. And then as kind of the movie series progresses, she still maintains that death dealer mentality. She's very protective of her mate and of her child. And that kind of brings in a lot of that other aspect of women being very protective with the ability to fight their own battles. And, kind of brings forward that goth woman, just badass.
Yeah, because I think too many times, especially in horror films, women are viewed as victims, and so vampire films are one of the genres where women can be the aggressor or the champion, and I think it's really a lot of fun and cool.
Because she took down regimes and elders,
yeah.
And, she was very much a leader, so it's a very good...
She kicked ass.
You have other issues with Underworld, of course we all do, but Celine as a character was very kick-ass.
Another character I'd like to mention is from a film that is not a mainstream film by any special stretch of the imagination. Bleh. But she is iconic, and that's from a very rare film that I first found out under the title of Lamora, Lady Dracula. But it's also known as Lamora, The Child's Tale of the Supernatural, or, let's see, what else was the other name? The Legendary Curse of Lamora. And it is a film that was made in the 1970s. And it's a really unique film in that, Lamora is this tall woman that has her hair pulled back in this severe bun. I mean, I'm talking stretch your face back bun. And she has created an army of vampiric revenant men that are made from gangsters and mob people from the 1920s.
It's pretty awesome.
A woman that makes an army of fucking gangsters is just awesome.
And they listen.
They do. Oh, they are scared to death of her. And it's an amazing film. So if you've never seen it, definitely check out. I think it's on Amazon right now, is Lamora, Child's Tale of the Supernatural. Mm-hmm. The movie's actually about this, prim and proper little girl who was the daughter of a gangster who ends up being sent to live with, a pastor and, his wife and stuff, and they end up wanting to send her off to somewhere else to live because her dad's known to be on the run and so on and so forth, and she ends up encountering the army of revenants as the bus that's supposed to be taking her to her new domicile gets overrun with the revenants, and they take her to Lamora's home. And only to find out that her dad is actually one of the revenants in her army. So it's a unique film. It's fun. It's cheesy in parts, but it's a really, really unique vampire film.
It's a fun thing to watch.
It is.
So that kind of brings us into somebody who really, really got into her role and owned it. And that was Akasha from Queen of the Damned. And you can't say much. She walks in a bar and she sets people on fire by looking at them. I mean, that's presence.
And, in all the interviews that Aaliyah did during the creation of the film and when they started to do the promotion before she passed away, she absolutely enjoyed getting to play this role.
She loved it. Aaliyah really brought Akasha to life and brought her in as, the mother of all of the Anne Rice vampires.
And she kicked ass. I mean...
She did. She kicked ass, and...
It essentially took an army of vampires to take her down, so...
The most powerful, the elders.
Exactly. It wasn't just the regular vampires, the elders had to. So...
Because the other vampires were, one look and they were on fire.
Yeah.
So...
So that was pretty epic. And then the last awesome female vampire we've talked about her before on the channel, but Katrina from Vamp. Mm-hmm. Now, we have waxed poetic about Grace Jones' portrayal of Katrina, and, there's nothing to replace that presence, but Katrina as a character herself is fascinating, because she was an Egyptian queen.
Yes.
They had kind of loose ties, perhaps, that she might have been Nefertiti.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have this queen that has existed for all these thousands of years and managed to survive and had all these underlings to help protect her and have her own kind of familial unit. However, she very clearly ruled them all.
Yes, and she knows how to manipulate situations to survive.
Yes.
So...
And
badass.
even as, being, like, so-called a stripper in a club, she wasn't actually a normal stripper.
Right.
She did a artistic dance, and she actually never fully disrobed.
No.
And so that kind of gets more into, like, the idea of burlesque, which is an amazing art form.
It is.
So, you got to say a lot about Katrina and Vamp.
Yes.
And it is a great movie of women's empowerment, in my opinion.
So, obviously we didn't mention them all.
But these are the ones we really think display female power to its utmost degree.
Mm-hmm. And who do you know who's Kickass Lady Vamp? Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and tell us what you think.
Because we'd love to see you with us every week, and we're planning tons of interesting and unique things for the channel.
Some of which will be kind of funny.
Yeah, we hope you'll be ready for a bit of humor, because we know we are. So, at any rate, until next time, bye!